All right, on to hole number 8 of Owlwood. Thanks for joining me again. This is a fun par 4, kind of dog leg down the hill to the right. Lots of different ways to play this. I'll usually play it somewhat safe and try to take just a piece of that corner off as such. I get pretty lucky and get down the hill like that. That doesn't happen as often. Usually it's closer to the top, but if you get down here, you should have kind of a gap in between these trees to give it a little bit of a bid. Hope you get lucky and get up in the basket, but most often I'm okay with a birdie in this hole. Not going to be trying the ace, but we should be able to figure out how to get an eagle on this hole. Again, you just saw I had a decent chance at it, but the more of this corner you cut off, the more risky it gets. So I like to go just to the right of that tree usually and kind of have it skip down the hill. If you do end up at the top here, you can go through those trees. There's lots of different little avenues there, but I like to just go the high hyzer with either the glide roll or the light glide and try to just get up there next to the basket and not have to worry about being out of bounds if you catch one of those trees or branches. So there wasn't the greatest shot, but still a decent shot at birdie. But the more you take off of that corner, the more risky it gets, but you can get down the hill a little more. This is looking pretty good. This is where I end up a lot. Again, if I end up there, I'm going to just do a high hyzer. We're going to switch it to the light glide just to get a little more distance. Cut the corner a little more. And not too bad. A little risky going through those branches, but we're never at risk of going out of bounds. And that's what I was most concerned about with that shot. That's why I go around and wide. If you get a nice wind like this, you could potentially take a huge chunk off or even do a backhand through the right side, which I'll show you. That was not a stellar shot. A waste of a good wind. Let's see if we can get a forehand shot sometimes where I'll try to take a decent chunk of this corner off, kind of like this, and get down the hill quite a ways. It's hard to get down there much farther than that. It's possible, but again, this is the gap you'll be looking at if you can get down here. And you do have a shot. You just have to kind of go through some trees and branches. I hope you get through just enough. I had a shot just a little left. You can see going that route, getting the eagle is not easy. Definitely doable. But that's the route I typically take, just because it's fairly safe to cut this corner, and I don't end up out of bounds too often. And it gives you a nice little shot at running it for eagle. Definitely plays uphill. Easy birdie, but we're not trying to get birdies, we're trying to get eagles. So if you get a win like this, I'm going to take advantage. Do a backhand glide skip, lots of anhyzer. Try to get through and just over this crest of that hill there, and oh man, just like that. Hey, first time's a charm. Again, I don't go for that very often, but sometimes if I see that wind, I might as well go for it. So that's a tap-in eagle. Hard to do on this hole. Let's try to get back to back. And I want to play around with it just to see this shot. It's not something I do very often. And that was not good. You can see the danger there. If you hit anything and don't quite make it through, you're out of bounds and pretty much back on the tee box. So it's very risky. Here we go again, got a decent wind. I want to play around with the shot to see if you absolutely need the strong tailwind or if you can get through without it. Looks like that would have been safe. Have a shot at it from down there. This is a 1 wind. So we're going to give it a shot with 1 and see if we can still get through and down there. It's hard to keep it high enough. See, it just catches the edge of that. Still safe though, still have a shot, but you can get about that far anyway going on a forehand route that's safer. So this is another 3 wind, more of a right to left than a tailwind, but let's see how we end up. It's going to get through, but a little left. Not quite the same line that gets you up there next to the basket. This is the perfect wind right here. Strong 3 tailwind. Aim at that tree, put a lot of anhyzer, and try to just clear this. This is looking perfect. Yes, now skip on up there. Just like that. So I've done it a couple times now. You can see it's not the most difficult shot if you got the right wind, but it definitely comes with some risk. Well, that's going to be your best shot at eagle on this hole. Not to say it's not doable with the forehand around the corner, but so here we go again. Trying to get back to back again. This is looking good. No, hit that tree. So there's the risk. Almost really good, but out of bounds. Right on this tree. Lots of anhyzer. And hope you just clear that into that hill just like so. Skip up. Oh, just caught that root there, but still should have a shot. 81 feet uphill. Play it like 100. 110. I played it like 120. Went way past. But you guys get the idea. It's a fun hole. Depends on how much risk you want to assume as far as your chances for eagle. But it is very gettable. And I don't think you need, I think you can still do it. Like here's a 2 wind, so let's see, as opposed to the 3 wind. And I think it's still possible to get over that hill. Yeah, see, this is going to be pretty good too, and that was only a 2 wind. About the same spot I was last time. 65 feet, should be able to get this one. Play it like 75, 80. And whammo. All right, we got it a few times. Video's long. We're going to try for back-to-back, even though we've already got it 3 times or so already. This is a 1 wind right to left. Let's see how this looks. So there you go. It's that hit the hill. I thought I was going to clear it. But still a very good outcome, and that was only a 1 wind. So you don't absolutely have to have the 3 wind behind you to get that shot. And I think you can find some lines with the light glide as well. I just like the skip. Gives you the option to get up there next to the basket. Of course, I blow that one. Hope you all enjoyed. Awesome hole. Got it several times, so it's definitely doable if I can do it. But thanks for watching me play some DGV.